What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In today's video, we are going to be taking on the new EZA battle for the physical LR androids that just dropped on both the global and the JP side. So we're actually going to hop in here and kind of see what the battle info is, who they're weak against, build a team, and kind of take them on so we can get them EZA'd. So they are, of course, you want to use LRs so you can get that legendary power. Mastered Evolution. Okay. Let's kind of go in here. Let's see what kind of team we can build for Mastered Evolution. So, of course, we want to do a full LR team. And we are going to search up Mastered Evolution right there. Okay, so these are all of our LRs that can take them on. So I believe they are Battle of Faith, Future Saga, and Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So we can actually run them as our leader. Gohan fits on the leader skill, Frieza fits on there, the gods fit on there, and I think the two of you, yeah. We can run a team just like this. We should be, I think, pretty A-okay here. Everybody's got the... Everyone's going to be under the leader skill. So I don't see us having any kind of issues with this one particularly. The only one I can see possibly getting hit a little bit on the harder side may be the physical Super Saiyan Vegeta. And that's just because he is actually quite a bit old. I want to say I think he actually came out right around the same time that these androids did. So we have to, we definitely need an EZA for him, which I'm sure his EZA will be coming eventually. But if anybody needs an EZA, it's going to be the Tech LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Because that man has been waiting for years now to get an EZA. And honestly, I have no idea what is taking them so long to kind of drop the EZA for him. Like, I don't know if they're waiting to do, like, are we going to get, like, a Dokkan Fest Tapion, maybe? I could see that as, like, a possibility, and maybe that's why they're kind of holding it off for now to maybe wait until he drops on, who knows, maybe both the global and the JP side? Because if they do that, that'd be a perfect time to EZA him. But I also feel like if they're going to do that, I mean, I guess I could see a Dokkan Fest for Tapion, because, I mean, he does deserve one, and I'm sure that they could make a really good EZA for him, or not EZA, a Dokkan Fest for him, because I'm sure he's got plenty of animations that they can still use, because they didn't use all of them. I mean, they only used a few of them from, like, I think it's kind of more so the beginning of the movie. It's been so long since I've seen the Harudigan movie that I honestly couldn't remember, but I think the tech, or the STR-LR that we have, I think the super attacks that they have and everything, I believe it's from like the beginning of the movie more so than anything else. So there's plenty more fighting that they do later on, and I'm sure that maybe Harudigan could get a Dokkan Fest unit himself as well. Granted, he is just kind of I guess he's kind of more so like a secondary unit to Tapion, so maybe they could give him like a banner unit instead of a actual LR. Or not an LR, what am I saying? Instead of giving him a Dokkan Fest, maybe they can give him like a side banner unit. So, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind that, but that Goku definitely needs an EZA. He's been so unrunnable for years now that it's ridiculous. But anyways, these physical androids, so they got their EZA here, and I got the details pulled up, so let's kind of go over what they do. So they are now going to be a 170% androids category leaders, and that's key 4 and 170 across the board, or extreme fizz, key 4, attack and defense 100%. So leader skill's not bad. They are one of the better android leaders. Granted, the new AGL Android 21 that dropped. Obviously, you would probably want to run her as a leader, but if you don't have her and you do have these androids, you can always substitute them for these ones. So on their super attack, let me get these going here. So on their super, on their 12 key, they raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy, and then lower attack and defense. Which is not bad, considering pre-EZA, they just caused colossal damage to the enemy and lowered attack and defense. So we're getting a attack and defense raise for 1 turn, so that's pretty good. And then on their 18th key, they raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause mega colossal damage to the enemy, and greatly lower attack and defense. Which, pre-EZA, they just caused mega colossal damage and lowered attack and defense. So they're getting attack and defense raise for a turn and mega colossal damage with, or sorry, yeah, they had mega colossal with greatly lowering attack and defense. So that's actually it's pretty good, especially for like these androids. I mean, they're pretty old, considering they were released way back in 2019. So given given the years that have passed by and how the meta has shifted recently, this kind of like EZA is needed for them to kind of be relevant. So their passive, they get key +3 and then attack and defense 178%. They get an additional attack and defense 78% when launching a super. They get a medium chance to evade an enemy's attack, which is good. An additional key +3 and 20% chance of evading enemy's attack, including super when HP is 66% or more. So I do like the additional dodge chances here. When an attack is evaded, an additional defense 35% for that turn, and launch an additional attack with a high chance of it being a super for 3 turns. And then androids category allies key +2 and attack and defense 50%. So they've made them, I mean, they made these units real good. Because yeah, all they did before was just key +1, attack and defense 78%, which is kind of nothing. I mean, back in the day it was pretty good, but it's definitely not meta relevant anymore. Medium chance of evading enemies attack when HP is 66% or more, and then they were just an androids category ally, key +2 and attack 40% support. So they've definitely added way more to them, and I like what they did here. Their active skill, they exchange with Android 16 for 3 turns. It can be activated when HP is 66% or less with another 2 or more Android allies on the team, or it can be activated at any time when facing an enemy whose name includes Cell. So let's see. So when Android 16 comes out, let's see, what's he do? He is now, okay, so he gets key +8 and attack and defense 240%. So right off the rip, we're already getting high, like much higher stat numbers for him. An additional attack and defense 160% when launching a super. High chance of performing a critical hit. Attacks become critical hits when HP is 66% or lower at the start of the turn, or if there's an enemy with the name Cell. Then launch an additional super attack when there's a Android/Cell Saga category enemy, or all allies attacking the same turn are in the Androids category. So he is going to be, I mean, he's going to tank pretty well, especially with him getting 240% attack and defense at the beginning, and then an additional 160% when he supers. And then on top of that, on his 12 key and his 18 key, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. That's a 50% raise on top of that. So yeah, I mean, he can hit pretty good defense numbers, I would say. And yeah, I mean, I would say overall, this is going to be a really good EZA, and I honestly can't wait to test it out because I mean, it's been a while. We haven't had really good Android buffs in a very long time, and we need, you know, we need a good Cell. To be honest with you, I feel like Cell. I don't want to say is like underrepresented, but he is kind of lacking in that department, I would say. I know that we could definitely get way better cells than what we have now, especially because they're like a perfect cell. He's just almost non-existent at this point. So I feel like we could get some new cells, and overall like Android categories, other than like the Int Dokkan Fest 17 and 18 that we just recently got, and like the Android 21, there really hasn't been like any kind of buffs to androids whatsoever, other than I guess physical MVP 17 getting his EZA, but that's about it. So we've got way more Android category units that we can get. So obviously, like the AGL Future 18 and then the physical Future 17, they still have sub EZAs that they can get. Obviously, we can get a new Android 13, whether it's like his base form or his actual like transformed form. We do still need to get him. Consider we only have, pretty much like one usable one. I guess the best one Dokkan Fest one. And I feel like we can obviously get something much better than what we have. And he needs an easy as well, because he's pretty old as well. Like the Androids 14 and 15, they can definitely make them as like, they probably make them as a side banner unit if we do get another 13. I could see them maybe possibly doing the, maybe kind of like how they did like the Bardock and the Ginyu treatment. Maybe just release a 14 and a 15 as side banner units, like separately instead of combined together. I mean, that would be a pretty good buff, I would say. And then that, on top of that, they can drop just like a Fusion 13 by himself. I would say would be a pretty good one, considering the ones that we have are some side banner units that nobody ever uses. And then on top of that, we have like the free-to-play one that most people probably even forgot about, because he came out so long ago and he's nowhere near relevant nowadays. So we definitely need some new Android units. I'm trying to think of who else could we get, like Android-wise, that would be useful. I mean, we got the banner unit, STR Android 18. So we do need a 17. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Dokkan Fest, Android 17 that fought Piccolo, like right before the whole Cell thing happened. I think he would probably be a really good option for Dokkan Fest. I mean, he does a lot of attacks and everything like that, so there's a lot of animations that they could use for him, and I feel like he would be a tremendous buff to a androids category. But other than that, other than maybe like some future Android 17s and 18s, that's kind of where we might be at an end. Like, I mean, we got the 21, which we just recently got, so we don't have to worry about her. But other than that, yeah, we're kind of low on them. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, what would you guys like to see? What kind of androids would you guys like to see get added into the game? And let me know in the comments below. But this is the team that I used right here. It was relatively easy. As long as you bring like a full LR team, you should get through all this with relative ease. And then if you don't have like the Goku and the blue Goku and Vegeta, you can always use the STR like Super Vegeta if you do have him, because he is a Mastered Evolution leader. And if you don't have him, I mean, you could probably, honestly, there's so many leaders now that you could probably conjure up a team of units that are on Mastered Evolution but fit under a different category leader. So that's kind of a couple options there for you. But there you guys go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you guys hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.